Good morning from Coastal Roots Farm. Here we are on a beautiful Tuesday morning as we're seeing some things happening here in our potato fields. And to tell us all about it is Ricky, our vegetable production coordinator.
Hi there, how's
Good,
it going?
good. How you doing, Ricky?
Good, good.
Awesome. Tell us what's going on here.
Awesome. So today we are mounding our potatoes. As you can see behind me right here, we have our little field of potatoes, about 12 beds. All at about 100 feet long, and right now what we're doing is we are actually coming through with the tractor and cultivating the soil in order to create mounds around the tomato plants. Right now we're troubleshooting a little bit just to get the angle right on both discs in order to throw enough dirt up to bury these plants behind me a good amount. And why we do that actually is for two reasons. First reason being, we want to create mounds around the tomato plants in order for the potatoes to form. The portion of the plant in which you bury will then form potatoes. So if you were to just stick one in the ground and have it grow, you'd have a small little cluster, and as you bury that plant, more clusters form up higher on the stem. And then the second reason here is for weeding. So it's kind of a double whammy.
That's so great. So do you know, when were these potatoes planted?
These potatoes were planted, I'd say about 6 weeks ago. And they sprouted maybe 2 weeks after that and have been growing actively for about 4 weeks.
And is this the first time you are doing the mounding?
This is actually the second time we are doing the mounding. So if you look over here, these are the old mounds. And the first mounding is the most important because of the weeds that we're growing. And the tomatoes have grown quite a bit since then. And then on this side, we have our passes in which we've done our second mounding. And really, it's kind of, the timing is key here. So we don't want the potato plants to get too big before we mound, because then they're hard to bury, but we also don't want to bury small plants. So yeah, that's that. And we'll probably harvest this in about, I'd say, another 4 weeks. Once the tomato plants start to die back a little bit, you can see now that they're flowering and they're kind of entering that last stage of their life.
So they won't do another mounding after this?
We might be able to get away with one more, but that'd be about it.
And I saw before they were having some trouble. So tell me about that. What was going on?
Depending on the angle of the first mounding and your tractor implement, you kind of just got to play around with it. We want the mounds to be higher up on the plants, not wider. And we also don't want to be hitting the potatoes that are already starting to form around the plants. So it's kind of a tricky game. You put the discs on the mounder a little bit too close and you're hitting potatoes. You put it too wide, you're not really burying much. So there's really kind of a small margin of errors. So we really want to get it right so that we don't have to come back out here and our time is well spent. So.
Of course, okay. And then these are the discs you're talking about right here, right? All right, so you guys can see Ellie right here. She's adjusting those discs to make sure that it's hitting it. That's just the right angle to get those perfect mounds. Awesome. All right, cool. So we're gonna see you do this now?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So I went up into high and just goosed it. Cool. So once you're about halfway down the bed, just lift your bucket so you can focus here before you get to the fence. Cool. And you're set. You can see it through pretty good. And Ellie moved one of them out and then just tighten that other disc.
Great.
Yeah, and then Ellie, it looks like we've got one more. See when we look at that? Looks like we got about one more set of soil that we can have to fill up. So you guys push that
You can see the discs going down. They're in the ground. And look at that beautiful mound. You can see how it's kicking the dirt right to the mound. That's amazing. What's really cool about this machine If you guys had a chance to see our first potato planting video, where Adam described how the machine is planting the potatoes and the best way to do it here on the farm, this is the same exact machine that planted those potatoes. So it's cool that we can use it for efficiency, both for planting and for creating those mounds. All right, and here he goes. I'm gonna show you one more time how he's gonna make those mounds even higher. Watch as the discs go down. And kind of hard to tell from this angle, but those mounds are now much, much deeper and much higher, really creating space for those potatoes to grow and getting rid of the weeds. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned some great things about mounding, and hope to see you on the farm real soon.